Welcome back, friends. Now let's discuss one more important database scenario. Let me share my screen. So in this scenario, there is a list of students and corresponding marks in various in two subjects, maths and science. So the expected output is we need to get these students of the that specific subjects, maths and science. That too, we need to list the top students who scored, scored maximum marks in those subjects. Okay. So if you observe the three students, Arun, Divya, and Prakash, Arun and Divya are in maths. Arun scored 85 and Divya scored 90, whereas Prakash is only one student in the science subject. He scored 88. So the expected output is from the maths subject, we need to list out the Divya because Divya scored maximum marks. And Prakash is from the science because the only student there in the science subject. So this is expected output maths, name Divya, this one. So let's see how can we derive DataWeave expression for this problem. So the first is we need to group the student by subject. So therefore the group by is the first operator we need to apply. So let me apply the group by operator. Payload group by. I apply group by this stu student dot subject. Now next step is we need to get the student who scored maximum marks from the two subjects. So to iterate over this object, I use the map object operator so that I get over the maths and science entries. So applying a map object operator again, map object. So the first one key represents the subject and the value represents the student. Okay. No need to change the name, but readability purpose, I change the name of that variables. Now again, if inside this thing, I need to give the math as a first key entry, right? So that is there in the subject, right? So therefore, what I'm doing is sub colon, and I need to print the student information. The information is the value side. So for that student, there is a function max by, and here, sorry, item dot marks. So I want to list the students based on the score, right? Who scored more marks. So I'm getting a student who scored maximum in that subject. So I'm using the max by operator. This is the important takeaway in this session, right? So using max by, what I got the Divya who scored maximum marks in maths, and next Prakash who scored in science. So this is the logic we need to apply to derive this. So thank you so much for watching. We will meet another database scenario in next session.